G'day. Luke Stoeckel, Almondco grower. We're located in the northern area of Renmark, Murtho Road. We've got 120 hectares of almonds out here, planted in 2016 and 2018. We're doing a second harvest on the 16 plantings. We've got Nonpareil, Maxima and Mirra in there, so we've got the Adelaide Uni varieties. Currently have shaken all the Nonpareil, halfway through picking up the rest of the Nonpareil, and it's going pretty well. Yields are roughly about 1.8 to 2 tonne. Kernel size is good this year, and with the lack of rain, there's been not a lot of mould, not a lot of rust, not a lot of hull rot, so that makes everything smooth, a lot smoother, flow a lot easier. From there we'll move on to the new variety Maxima, which is just behind me. They're new variety, big kernel size, very interesting growing characteristics on the tree. Second generation almond grower, fifth generation broadacre farmer. My father started growing almonds around 22 years ago on another orchard, and then we've since developed this one. So yeah, run this in partnership with my dad. With the harvest this year, we've found that the Nonpareil are doing what a fourth leaf Nonpareil tree should be. With the new varieties of Mirra and Maxima has been a learning experience for us. The Maxima is a very broad, big, flat nut. Looks good when you can get a clean crack out on it. And the growing characteristics of them, they're big willowy trees, and with the load of fruit that they've had, they've actually nearly fallen onto the ground, which has made the orchard management challenge this year. The Mirra variety is very upright. Their yield's a little bit lower, but we use them as a pollinator for the Nonpareil. The yield this year is probably going to be a little bit down, and we think that's due to the flowering times. But that's just one of the characteristics of that variety. The other two varieties that we have got into, which have done a first harvest green pick this year, is Carina and Vella. They're the self-fertile varieties, but yeah, we'll find out how they shake in the next 12 months. So here we've got Maxima, quite a good large almond with a hard shell, which helps us with insect protection and a bit of weather protection during the year. They turn into quite a large kernel. The way that the hull folds back allows for a really good drying time as well, and they come away pretty easy, so that in the future we'll be able to hull and shell in the field, which will save a lot on transport costs if we can do it. And the brilliance of a hard shell makes it harder for us to get into, as well as all the cockies. So bigger, broader, flatter kernel like that, they look pretty good. The new self-fertile varieties of Vella and Carina and Mirra are very exciting, as the reliance of bees on the pollination of almonds is quite critical. So if we can reduce that cost, or if in times when the number of bees actually becomes really low and they actually get hard to get hold of, we'll still be able to produce a crop even with low bee numbers or potentially no bees at all. It's a really exciting variety for the industry to have, as there have been other challenges with the supply of bees and some of the devastation that has occurred in this summer's bushfire season and losing hives. But hopefully we can overcome that, and it's a little bit of insurance for us with these self-pollinating varieties. So far this summer we've had a pretty good run with weather. It's been quite warm, quite dry. Had a little bit of wet weather in the new year, which has actually been quite handy in ripening off and getting the hull split, which enables us, we've actually been able to start shaking 2 weeks earlier than last year. The 2-week forecast is for relatively warm and dry conditions, which is perfect for what we want to shake the trees, shake the nuts, dry them out on the orchard floor, and then sweep them up. From here, after they get picked up, we take them to Larragon, our huller and sheller, and then from Larragon the kernel's delivered to Almondco to get sorted and sent to the customer. So we can see here we've got good hull split. Hulls have come a long way back. The shell is nice and dry. You can nearly hear the almond rattling inside. Perfect time for harvesting. This one here is a little bit greener, but that'll dry out beautifully on the clean orchard floor. So currently we employ 6 full-time people between 2 orchards, 120 hectares here and another orchard of 70 hectares. Between the 2 orchards we run all our own shakers, sweepers and pickup equipment, and with the 6 full-time people we find that we can get over the ground quite efficiently. So yeah, all in all it's been quite a good season for growing. We're looking forward to this harvest going on with minimal breakdowns and no downtime. So if we can get through that, continue with this dry weather, that'll mean we get a good product for the customers. And yeah, look forward to the next growing season in 2020, 2021, and hopefully we've set up our trees to produce a good yield next year, because it all starts from now. Thanks.